there weren't already 1,001 reasons to despise Republican Senator Ted Cruz, here's a new one. Apparently, he likes to play to win. Or, I'm sorry, pay to win.
When you can buy in-game items and sort of make your character stronger or get advantages. Now, I'll confess, when I play some games, I'll sometimes buy it because it is more fun if suddenly your character has a lot more great stuff that would take you 6 months or a year to build up. So sometimes I'll spend $20 and buy a treasure chest full of coins because then I can spend them to get cool things in the game.
So, look, I'm a gamer, and there's nothing I hate more as a gamer than people paying to win. Because that is exactly what Ted Cruz is describing. Oh, I just spend my real money and I buy a bunch of advantages over people who actually play the game, and then I win. I mean, I get a whole thing full of coins so I can get cool stuff. Look at me, I'm so great. Really? Look, he calls himself a gamer and literally does the exact thing that gamers all over the world despise. And by the way, that kind of mentality, going in and taking advantage of the cash shop to go and get advantages for your own character, that enables companies to go and do their stupid loot boxes. Now, Ted Cruz says, well, I'm against the loot boxes. I mean, sort of, even though I kind of like to partake in the loot boxes. But I think it's it's a real gambling risk for children. Oh, but at the same time, I'm going to take a super libertarian approach and just allow anybody they can to spend their money because I don't actually believe in government regulation or anything like that. I'm just saying that I don't personally like it. Oh, great. So now here's the other thing. So this story makes me think of a recent game that just came out. It's Diablo Immortal. I'm not playing it. Why? Because, well, look, I do have a smartphone, by the way. Do you guys not have phones? No, I have a phone. I have a phone. Still not playing your stupid game, though. You know why? Because of the ridiculous cash shop and their play to win. Or pay to win, sorry. One analyst did the math on how much real money it would take for you to max out a character in that game. To get all the maximum level 5 rank 10 gems, it would cost around $110,000. I'm not kidding. So now when Cruz does his little, pay to win thing, right? And buys the stuff, it allows for companies, it incentivizes these companies to go, hey, I'm going to put in more of these cash shops into our games. Because we got whales. We got people that are buying all this, all of these advantages in our games. So we're just going to give more of it so we can monetize the hell out of it. Disastrous. And look, it's all pretty random. In fact, there's one streamer, Quinn69. He blew $10,000. You know what he got for him? Nothing. Not a single legendary gem. Isn't that amazing? Not one gem from all of his loot boxes, okay? Now, by the way, he had an epic meltdown about it. But the thing about Cruz is, he's got the money. Why can't you just get it from the donors? But that brings me into how this is basically like our current political climate. You see, elections in America are very much pay to win. And that's what it is. You got to buy ads, use your real money to get, television ads, online ads, mailers, billboards, all of that. If you have more money, you get your message out. You have an advantage over everyone else, over your opponents that they do not have. Unless they have that same amount of money. It takes millions of dollars, depending on the markets, because there are some very expensive political markets. And so now that means that if you're a corrupt politician like Ted Cruz, you can just go beg a special interest group, beg a billionaire donor, of which you will, of course, owe him later on in the form of deregulation or tax cuts or whatever, and you can get that money. if you're a normal person, you don't take corporate money, but you actually want to, I don't know, serve the people and do things that are good for everyone, you don't have any advantages. You have a disadvantage, a massive disadvantage. And so here you have, in the political sense, people like Ted Cruz who are insanely over-leveled, power-leveled, as a result of using their money, their advantage, to go around and gank everyone else who dares to challenge him. And that's how this system works. That's how the corruption works. So as both a gamer and a voter, I am absolutely disgusted by this system and absolutely disgusted by people like Ted Cruz. What a sad, pathetic loser, paying to win because you can't win any other way. And it is sad, especially when you have to, you know, park your lips on the butt of the Mercer family, for example, as Ted Cruz does. Remember, during the election, during the primary, I should say, when he was against Donald Trump, he talked a tough game. Oh, yeah, I can't believe you would talk that way about Heidi Cruz, my wife. You would dare call her ugly. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna stand for this. No, you're gonna kneel. And that's exactly what he did when his donors told him to. The Mercer family said, no, no. You are a bitch, and you will get behind Donald Trump. Sad. Baby. Now, I want to go to some responses here. So this video that you saw was put up by Ron Filipowski on Twitter. So I want to give him credit here. And the responses are, this is fun. We'll start with the Surfs, friend of the show, saying, pick yourself up by from your bootstraps, bucko. Nice. Bobby C says, I've never heard Republican economic policy summarized so succinctly. True. Jim Simpson says, sounds like an R concept when you just toss out money from wealthy donors to buy your way to the top without ever having to work for it. Spot on, Ted. Thanks again for saying the quiet part out loud. Yes, very true.
God bless you.
All right. Who's Big Ben says, we gamers refer to that as pay to win, and most avoid pay to win games because lackluster players can dominate good players because they have paid to win, taking skill and hard work out of the equation by just paying. Yup, that is as Republican as it gets. True. And finally, hell yeah, Nora says, this is Ted Cruz here, was a gamer myself. I enjoy microtransactions. I'm sure my story of using money to fly past everyone who has to grind for hours on end will resonate with people who can barely afford rent. Very true.